All right, what's going on? What's going on? Straight into the read. All right, straight into the read. Heavy, heavy downloads. All right, a lot of things is moving. A lot of things are moving really, really fast. All right, my name is Ari, the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. All right, there's a lot of things moving real fast. All right, and this comes from someone doing some sort of, somebody could have been doing spell work. All right, but it's backfiring. All right, so where things were stagnant, things are moving forward. All right, abundance is here. Somebody was trying to stop someone's abundance, someone's money. All right, you hear the birds chirping. All right, you're going to be receiving some sort of message. All right, some sort of message about money. And this could be something that you know, this could be something that you feel. All right, let's see. Let's make sure this. Make sure I can even hear on here. Let's see. All right, so all right, have to make sure what's going on. What's going on, Fred? All right, so let's see. So something is coming in. All right, so somebody's getting some sort of a message of concern that somebody is moving forward. Ace of Wands, baby. There's abundance here. All right, somebody thought that they were going to receive something but had a lack of effort. All right, but had a lack of effort. You got victory here, success, recognition, all right, leadership, inspiration, all right, movement, action, rapid change, travel, and communication is here. All right, somebody's definitely moving away, rapid change away from a karmic film. All right, there's a new beginning here. All right, and abundance is here. This is going to allow somebody to be able to move forward. All right, somebody is thinking about you heavy. All right, expectations, divine masculine. Somebody's thinking about you heavy. All right, there's some sort of success that's getting ready to happen here, victory. All right, expectations, something is speeding up. All right, romance, charm, creativity, emotional sensitivity. All right, somebody finna be sick about something. All right, this karmic film. All right, destruction. This person wanted to cause some sort of destruction. All right, this person didn't want you to receive whatever it is that you were manifesting. Strength is here. All right, you're seen in high honor. All right, so this person who tried to destroy you, all right, this shit is going backwards. All right, it's going, and the backfire is going back. But something that whatever they were trying to stop you from doing, it's moving fast. All right, so it's getting a push. All right, so when it comes to your money, you're getting a push, and money is here twice. All right, so it's a lot of money coming out of nowhere. All right, I'm hearing the paths that were blocked are now open. All right, these people cannot betray you. These people betray themselves when they came for you and when they came for whoever this masculine is. All right, partnership is here, harmony and mutual attraction. All right, somebody wanted to manipulate and abuse a situation. All right, somebody wanted to keep somebody in bondage. All right, but somebody is moving in a determined way. All right, somebody is taking some sort of action when it comes to generosity. What's going on? All right, somebody is taking some sort of action when it comes to, all right, generosity, giving, sharing, compassion. All right, yeah, somebody coming to give you something, or somebody wants to give you something. All right, and whatever this is that somebody is giving you is going to end something with someone else. All right, evil eye, boss is here. Satisfaction, emotional fulfillment, and divinity is here. What's going on? All right, let's see. Do you have a child here? All right, there's definitely some sort of judgment happening when it comes to a relationship, and this is because you chose to love yourself. All right, not only did you choose to love yourself, you didn't chase anything. All right, you had a lot of people that was chasing shit out here. All right, and their ass is in a world of, look, angry, mad, because they chose to chase people. and not their dreams and their goals. All right. Travel. Somebody's traveling away from someone. All right. Emotional stability, awakening here, wisdom and truth. Somebody is following their instincts when it comes to a situation. All right. Somebody's moving differently. Apprenticeship. All right. Skill development. I feel like somebody has learned how to do something. All right. There's a nice guy here in divination. This person learn how to follow their inner self is what I'm hearing. This person was in conflict with themselves, or they were in competition, or somebody was in competition with them, all right, which was making a situation imbalanced, had this person feeling trapped, all right, but now this person can see through the veil, all right, and this person can see what is pulling on them to keep them in this poverty state of mind, all right. If you are interested in a personal read, please let me know, all right. Let's see here. All right, something about you loving yourself. Moderation, balance. All right. You don't overdo shit. All right. You don't overdo anything, and this is why God feels like you are stable enough to receive the gift that's coming in. Yeah, somebody's coming towards you fast. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pull a few more of these cards. All right. And if anybody has a question. All right, questions are 888 if you want to ask a question, all right? You can ask 2 questions for 888. All right, leadership. All right, so somebody is ready to lead a situation. All right, somebody is thinking heavy about something. All right, somebody is moving away from a karmic film. All right, somebody sees you in high honor. Somebody is dissatisfied with an old situation. All right, so somebody's moving forward. A message of concern is here. All right, awakening and wisdom is here. Child is here. Something is getting ready to change. All right. Single, sexy, and successful is here. Rebirth, awakening, and renewal. Judgment, divination. All right, decision making, planning, this partnership, progress. All right, something's coming towards you. What's going on, love? All right, I got you. As soon as I finish, hit this one. All right, High Priestess is here. All right, High Priestess is here. Just so that, what's going on? Hey, I meant to tell y'all the prices did change. All right, the on the spot reads are $22.22 for on the spot reads. $15.15 for love reads and $8.88 for questions. All right, everything went up $5. All right, I had to. It was time. All right, courthouse is here. Abandoned. Somebody had to abandon a situation. All right, somebody could be getting. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, love. I appreciate you so much. You always have supported. I appreciate you. I'm doing good, guys. How are you? All right. Travel is here. There's some success. There's a lot of success. All right. So right now, you know, karmics are being placed in isolation. All right. They are being placed in isolation for the simple fact that it's time for you to receive. All right. So they thought that they was gonna be getting away with what the fuck they was doing forever. All right. They were made to believe that what was going to be happening. All right, but you got victory here. It's time for you. All right, see, it's part of your divinity. It's time for you to move forward, and somebody's getting a message of concern about a home, or somebody could be moving in a home. All right, you could be moving in a home with someone that you knew in the past. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. All right, yeah, somebody wanted to abuse the situation. What's going on, Pam? Somebody wanted to abuse the situation, all right? And this is because somebody was jealous and envious, all right? It's like somebody didn't want you to be successful without them type of energy, all right? You should never feel like that. Even if somebody did you dirty, like, go be happy, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, well, I hope you ain't never happy. Somebody was doing this to you. All right? Somebody was doing this to you. Somebody wanted to manipulate, all right, what was coming for you in the distant future, but they can't. All right? Bliss is here. Chariot energy is still coming in full-fledged. All right? Let's see. Somebody could be passing away. Somebody in the community. Community can be family. Rest in peace. Somebody passing away. All right? Whoever this person is, whew, somebody falsifies something. All right? There's a new beginning here. Exploration. Whatever that could be. Ain't no telling, because people been out here doing crazy ass shit last moment. All right? And the fact that it won't even touch you. So anything that they do, look, on the other motherfucking side, health concern, anything that they do, you know what I'm saying, it's going to come back on them. It don't have nothing to do with you. You're still moving forward. I got new cards, y'all, for the ones that haven't been here in a while. 1111 on the timer. All right. Several decks. All right. So if you are interested in a read, please let me know. Land is here. A brother-in-law or uncle. Congratulations, you did it. All right. So somebody's getting ready to find out about some land. All right. Somebody could have kept something from you. Somebody did a graveyard spell on the land. Oh, shit. Okay, then, Spirit. Somebody did graveyard spells on some land. All right, I'm hearing a family funeral. I mean, a family cemetery. Monticello, Miccosukee could be significant. All right, but somebody did some sort of grave spells on a piece of land so that you can receive something. All right, and somebody's gonna go right in that motherfucking grave that they decided to do to do those grave spells. All right, not knowing that they weren't doing nothing but calling their souls to that resting place. So jokes on them. All right, and the next card that comes out, it says, "I see dead people." Somebody is being hunted by the dumbass shit that they did. They know. Now they know. All right, these people try to set you up. 2 weeks is significant, so somebody know they passing away. Somebody know they passing away. Ain't this about a bitch? Congratulations, you did it. All right. Damn, and I just seen died. So somebody passing away. Somebody didn't believe that you was real. Somebody didn't believe that you was who you are. All right, you getting ready to go on vacation. All right, daytime is significant. Somebody having a stroke. Somebody having a stroke in the daytime. This is a brother-in-law or uncle having a stroke in the daytime. All right, this person did graveyard spells on some land. All right, this person is passing away. Well, damn. Date night is here. Somebody could be trying to take you out. All right, somebody is no longer karmic. They learned a lesson, so you can have somebody that's trying to take you out. All right, this person has learned lessons. Maybe it's for you to go on a date with this person just so you can see the change. All right, and that's it. All right, blissful times are here. All right, so it's like you're getting ready to see, like, the people that you have around you, either they changed or they didn't change. All right, it's a lot of people that have changed. It may not be like you have changed. All right, but they changed. All right, and Spirit wants you to see the shit that is capable, okay? Because, like, some of y'all, for example, like, say you got a worrisome ass motherfucking baby daddy, all right? Yeah, you ain't never fucking with him again, but at the same time, say he want to take you out, you know, you're not interested in him at all, but he wants you to see that he can be civilized, he can do what the fuck he's supposed to do, all right? So that may be something that God is forcing him to do, all right? So shit like that. All right, Whataburger is significant. All right, it don't even have to be nothing deep. You know what I'm saying? It can be something simple. Something's changing overnight. All right, something's changing overnight. Somebody can't wait to hold you. All right, sidebar. That's date night. This could be, it doesn't have to be the same person. All right, but something's getting ready to happen now. All right, Spirit wants you to watch the magic that's right in front of you. I feel like something's getting ready to happen within the next week. And they know. Set up. Somebody knows that somebody tried to set you up. This is a bomb ass read. Somebody fix some paperwork. All right, somebody fix some paperwork so that they can receive something. Something is being made clear. All right, so something is being made clear, meaning something is assisting you. Somebody is making something clear when it comes to you. All right, maybe somebody wants to help you. Somebody wants to lend a hand. All right, catching up. Somebody wants to catch up. Walmart is significant as well. All right, somebody could work for like Spark or something. All right, Denny's is here. All right, somebody could work for like DoorDash. Somebody could be a delivery person. All right, tape is here. Somebody could record something. All right, or somebody's getting ready to record something. Voodoo is here. All right, somebody's gonna have some proof on somebody. All right, you got knows you're special. Somebody knows that you're special. All right. GUN is significant. All right, something about a weapon. All right, sweeping you off your feet. Somebody is protecting you. Somebody is not playing with you. All right, having twins. Somebody could be getting ready to have twins at this time. All right, somebody is studying you. Somebody knows that you see dead people. All right, broken. You got a lot of people just wanting to come back towards you, and these could be people who was broken in the past, but you got people that want to apologize as well. All right, everyone knows the truth now. All right, so a lot of people are seeing the truth when it comes to you. Not that you give a fuck. All right, but you got a lot of people that want to come towards you. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? They fucking what can I say? Their guilt is fucking them up. All right, their guilt is fucking them up. All right, driving there, especially when you've been telling people about your family and people didn't want to believe you. You know what I'm saying? Now they are seeing the shit unfold in front of their face, and these people joined in with your family and shit, and now they looking crazy as fuck. All right, asking about you. Now these people are asking about you because now they see the truth. Ain't this about a bitch? These people are asking about you because why? They the truth. Sister, sister-in-law, or aunt is significant. What's going on? All right, somebody is making money in their sleep. All right, so you could be making money in your sleep. All right, if you own your own business, somebody could be booking something. All right, you could wake up to bookings, or you could wake up to cash apps. All right, or payments. All right, let me see. Somebody's getting ready to take some sort of chance and pop up on you. All right, and then you got somebody getting in a car accident. All right, so somebody's trying to stop somebody from coming towards you. All right, they're trying to stop somebody from coming towards you. All right, but they ain't stopping this accident that they finna get the fuck in. All right, youngest is significant. Somebody, speaking of business, getting ready to buy business supplies. All right, somebody's giving you exactly what you deserve. You could be the youngest to ever do something. All right, something is easy selling. Something is getting ready to be easy from here on out. All right, rental is significant. It's something about a rental or where you stay. Something is getting ready to get easy. All right, Autobots roll out. All right, so you're getting ready to go somewhere. All right, swiftly is what I'm hearing. Somebody's using their intuition now. All right, personal growth. All right, so somebody has did a lot of growing. Somebody has did a lot of growing. Surprise engagement. Somebody finna pop the question for somebody. And somebody hates your power because somebody know you ain't gotta do no spell work, you ain't gotta do shit. And shit just happens for you. Alright? Somebody pays somebody to be quiet when it comes to you. Alright? But somebody is no longer being quiet. Offer here. You got some sort of offer coming your way. Cameron is significant. A baby father could be significant. That's crazy. And surprise engagement. A baby father could be trying to propose. Virgin Islands is significant. Minus touch. Record. Alright, record. Somebody could have recorded an aunt or a sister-in-law. Alright, Huddle House is significant. Georgia could be significant. Record. Somebody recorded something. Alright, somebody got their money is coming towards you. Money tree is here. Somebody has got what they need. I heard I can't wait. Can't help but wait. I heard I can't help but wait. Alright, so you could have had somebody come towards you with a dirty offer, and it's like you heard the dirty offer, so you knew like shit was coming in for you. Alright, yeah, wrong. Alright, a sister or a sister-in-law or an aunt wrongs you. IHOP is here. Somebody definitely did some sort of delivery. All right, because there's a lot of restaurants here. All right, so somebody could do delivery side hustle. All right, so somebody only trusts you with their money and their heart. All right, life is getting ready to get good. All right, somebody is giving you everything that you want: home, money, love, honesty, and loyalty. All right, somebody feels like they owe you something. Shit, damn, I need that card. You get that card for me? Damn, that shit way over there. I don't even know what the fuck that shit say. What's going on, y'all? Be careful. All right, courthouse is significant. Oh, no, me too. Damn, Waffle House. Somebody eat out all the time. Somebody don't cook. All right, no effort. All right. I got you. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, somebody on the rugs. Yeah, that's very nice. All right, so somebody finding out that somebody finding out that a child ain't theirs, and that somebody tried to unalive you. All right, so somebody is finding out a whole bunch of shit. Somebody is getting ready to call. A daughter is significant. All right, your money is being released. You got something that's being released. All right, something valuable. All right, somebody going through some bullshit for what they did. All right, don't move. It's all coming to you. All right, you're going to start to see things trickle in. 5 is here. What's going on, Tracy? Hey, y'all. Grand Rising. All right, unalive. All right, so somebody definitely tried to unalive you. But it was never going to work, all right? And this is all for money, all right? Instrument is here. Somebody was counting on something to work. More money than you ever expected, right? It's all money. It's all money. All right, somebody who's fake. Sibling. A sibling is significant. All right, so this could be an aunt or uncle as well. All right, it could be a first cousin, but it's something about a sibling. All right, your ancestors are defending you at this time. All right, so somebody's watching you because they miss you a lot. All right, so you got a lot of people who you don't fuck with no more watching your ass. All right, somebody was trying to unalive you. West is significant. All right, somebody was ready to take a big vacation. Somebody is crying because it's all over because somebody can't get away with some shit. Somebody getting fucked up in the process, I'm telling you. Somebody doesn't want to keep waiting on. Somebody doesn't want to keep you waiting. All right, so somebody don't want to keep you waiting. All right, book. Somebody could be booking something, booking a rental, booking a flight. Somebody say they don't want to live without you. Somebody's super mad, all right, because storms is coming their way. All right, outgrown the place. All right, so you could have outgrown the place. All right, and God's getting ready to move you. Somebody getting their motherfucking door kicked in too. All right, you got new money on the way, and great joy is coming in super fucking fast. All right, and somebody never slept with this person. All right, this is a person that you probably never slept with, or this person is new. All right, it's something about new energy. All right, going to a spa. You could be getting ready to go to a spa. All right, you could be getting ready to receive some sort of good treatment. All right, somebody could be popping something. All right, taking some sort of narcotic. Somebody can't deal with what type of truth is getting ready to come out. All right, if anybody is interested in readings, all right, readings are available. All right, if you're interested in unlimited reads for a week, all right, unlimited reads for a week. $25 unlimited reads for a week. All right, I'm only taking 3 of those today. All right, so 3 people today. If you are wanting that, once those slots are gone, they're on. All right. So only doing 3. If you are interested in unlimited reads for 7 days, $25. All right. And if I'm online, you get a read. If I'm not, all you got to do is email me. All right. You can get a read 24 hours of the day. Because I'm always the fuck up. All right. Somebody is calling that you don't want to talk to. All right. Somebody is trying to call you. Somebody getting ready to propose. All right. Somebody wants you to be their wife. All right. Somebody ready to see you. Unconditional love is what they feel. All right. Somebody want to take you out somewhere special. Egypt is significant. Relocation. Somebody's regretting their decision in the past. And Greece is significant. All right. This is a divine masculine. Somebody could be in hermit mode right now. All right. Somebody could be waiting on something. Somebody is making the right decision when it comes to you. Somebody found out that some kids ain't there. That shit gonna keep coming out. All right, unexpected losses here. Somebody could be passing away on the masculine side. All right, but this is gonna bring some sort of joy to this masculine too. All right, unexpected gain. All right, so somebody could be passing away and this masculine could be gaining. All right, or whoever is passing away around this masculine, all right, could have been doing shit on this masculine. All right, and now this person cannot. What's going on? User 398. All right, whoever this is passing away, who could have been doing some sort of spell work or doing something to slow this person down. All right, this person passing away. Now this person is being propelled forward. All right, there's a gift for you and only you. This person is ready to see you, not letting you get away. All right, so it's something coming towards you. You got mail coming from the courts. All right, job and career. Your job and career is getting ready to change. All right, for the good. For the good. All right, yeah. Somebody know they can't get over on you. Somebody can't get over you as well. All right, I got inheritance here, property, legacy, justice here. It's a lot of great things getting ready to come in. A change, a time, respite, vacation, transition, road, travel. All right, somebody could have did something forcefully, but somebody's not letting you get away. All right, somebody could have tried to forcefully break something up. All right, somebody wants a new beginning and lies about it, or a baby. All right, chariot energy is here. Unheard of miracles is coming your way. All right, wishes are coming true. Millionaires here. Somebody giving your money back and a new love cycle. There's a mother here. So something's changing when it comes to your job and your career. All right, I'm here moving from a job to a career. All right, there's a baby mother or a woman here trying to harm you using spell work. All right, but somebody's love language is spending money and buying unexpected gifts as well. All right, a cousin could be coming towards you. You're getting ready to take a road trip, leaving is what I heard. Somebody getting a divorce. Caught thief in action. Are you ready to sign a lease? All right. Oh, shit. All right. If you're not wanting a reading, you can definitely donate. All right. Donations are accepted. All right. If you appreciate the message. All right. If you are wanting a read, please let me know. I'm only going to be on here for the next 10 minutes. All right. And if nobody wants to read, then I'm going to go ahead and end the live. All right. All right. Unlimited readings for a week is $25. All right. If you are interested in unlimited reads for a week, all right, $25. I usually do one a day for one person. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Diane. Was you saying something? One person, all right. If you are wanting unlimited reads to the end of December, all right, one person, $50. Oh, you're very welcome, love. $50 for unlimited read to the last day in December. All right, only one person though. All right, first come, first serve. If you are interested in unlimited reads to the end of the year, one person, all right, $50. If I'm not online, all right, you can email me. Same read, same day. You don't have a limit to how many reads, all right? You can get as many reads as you would like, all right? If you're trying to get through an issue, that's what I'm here for, all right? Independence, luxury, rolling in peace. Somebody getting ready to be rolling in peace. Somebody finna get ready to receive, all right? Let's see. All right, yeah, there's a sudden change here. Damn, ego crash. All right, a bad trip before the rebirth. There's something getting ready to happen really quick. All right. All right, giving up, sharing. Okay, hold on. All right, giving up. All right, so something's coming. Oh, thank you, love. You're so sweet. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you. All right, High Priestess here. Something's getting ready to go down. Oh, shit. Tower moment. Hold on, y'all. Let me say something. What's going on, love? All right, if anybody is interested, one unlimited read to the end of the year, $50. First person. Hold on one second. All right, hold on, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all know I be doing a million things at one time. What's going on, Diva? Yes, thank you. Let's see. There's a lot of new people in the line. All right, let's see. All right, Tower moment, High Priestess. So there's a Tower moment getting ready to happen. All right, for a High Priestess or a High Priestess, baby, you causing the Tower moment. Celebration here. All right, homie, good vibes. Something is happening now. All right. Something is happening now. You got King of Wands, calm, wise, emotionally balanced. All right, so something is very balanced. Or things are balancing themselves out where things seem chaotic. All right, wish fulfillment. It's great shit happening. All right, good vibes and satisfaction. All right, so I mean, it's giving the worst is over. Get ready to just start receiving all the fucking time. Is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing get ready to receive all the fucking time. All right, there's definitely a new beginning that's getting ready to happen for you. This is because you worked on something. All right, you ended a lot of toxic cycles when it comes with the people. You know what I'm saying? Places and things when it came to anything that was getting in your way. All right, from new opportunities and shit going in your favor. All right, wish fulfillment is here. A lot of you had to walk away from family. All right, you were seeing that, you know, family was what was holding you back. All right, anxiety, sleepless nights, overthinking. All right, you just left that shit alone. Anything that wasn't going with your path, you said fuck it. Rest and recovery, peace of mind. Anything that didn't give you a peace of mind, and you said fuck it. All right, new passion and adventure is calling. Now you're going after the things that you love. All right. There's definitely Wheel of Fortune here. Something is going in your favor. Emotional renewal. That's just a whole bunch of good ass shit getting ready to happen. All right. Hermit mode is here. I feel like you're getting ready to come out of hermit mode. All right. So a lot of you could have been in isolation. Just, you know, staying to yourself, doing what you do, but Spirit is getting ready to push you out into the world, all right? But before Spirit push you out into the world, Spirit getting ready to bless your ass, all right, significantly, all right? Because you've been obedient. Because you have been obedient. All right, let's see. Hold on, y'all. Okay, my bad. All right, does anybody want a reading while I'm here? Does anybody want a reading while I'm here? All right, which reading are you wanting to pay for? There are no free readings. Which one is it that you want? You want a yes or no? You want a love? Or you want a on the spot? It's totally up to you. All right, crossroads. A choice is asking you to divine yourself. All right, a choice is asking you to define yourself. Hold on one second, y'all, on TikTok. All right, I'm going to post my Cash App. You said call. Oh, no, you said call. What you want, a phone vent? Because that's the only thing that is $60 for 30 minutes is a phone vent. Is that what you're trying to get? Let me see. That is the only thing. All right, so I'm going to put my information if that's what you're truly wanting. All right, and for anybody else who's wanting that as well, because I do offer that. And this is for anybody. Oh, shit, I almost gave y'all the wrong goddamn. Hold on. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, all of my information is there. That way I don't have to keep going back and forth. All right, if you are wanting a read, then you can go ahead and send in that information. All of the information is right there. All right, let's see. No, I'm not calling you. I receive Cash App before I start any read, all right, or any form of payment. That's how this goes, my love. All right, let's see. Emotional fog. Emotional fog is here. All right. If anybody else wants a reading as well, the information is on the screen. I meant to put it on. I usually put it on every reading. So if you are wanting a reading, if you are serious about a reading, all right, please let me know. All right, and you can also inbox me as well. All right, smoking mirrors. This situation may be built on distraction. All right, you could be getting a lot of distractions at this time. All right, both paths have a cost. All right, every decision asks for a sacrifice. All right, know that everything that you do has a sacrifice. All right, you play with people, then you know there's a sacrifice within that. All right, you can't play with everybody. Green flags is here. It's safe to proceed. All right, the energy is opening up enough to move forward carefully. All right, so Spirit is saying whatever this is that you're wanting to move forward on, all right, something is being open. All right, there's some sort of door that's being open for you. All right, inner knowing is here. Your spirit knows. All right, so your spirit knows what is going on at this time. You can feel it in your bones, all right? Wishful thinking, wanting it badly does not make it right, all right? A lot of y'all had to find that shit out, all right? Energy leak is here. All right, you could have been somewhere, or you could have been dealing with people who drain more than they give. All right, it ain't nothing than being around a group of motherfuckers who don't give the same that you give. All right, and they end up draining your energy. All right, them are the type of people that I let go of. If you came out, if your energy ain't better than mine, I don't even want to fuck with you. I don't even want to fuck with you. Body check is here. All right, your body can sense what your mind is trying to justify. All right, your body can sense what your mind is trying to justify. All right, so Spirit is wanting you to listen to your body more. All right, you ever been around somebody and you got the heebie-jeebies, and you know what I'm saying, your heart busting through your goddamn chest? That Spirit's telling you to get the fuck from around them and don't ever fucking return. All right, that person is detrimental to your life. It's a difference between butterflies and anxiety, okay? All right, something or someone is not showing their true face. You got a lot of people trying to disguise themselves, trying to come into your life, all right? They want any of your energy, even if you just speak to their ass, all right? They want your energy. Damn, and the next card that came out is protect your motherfucking energy. Not every space deserves your access. All right, some conversations ain't meant to be continued. You say what it is you need to say, and then you walk away from the conversation. All right, you don't let nobody play in your motherfucking energy. All right, not yet. Timing matters more than force right now. All right, so I'm hearing divine timing. Something is happening in divine timing. All right, Spirit is saying choose yourself. Pick the option that doesn't require self-abandonment. All right, so if you got some sort of option, some sort of job opportunity coming your way, Spirit is wanting you to choose the one that is going to allow you to not abandon yourself. All right, stop seeking permission from other people too to do what the fuck you feel. Do what the fuck you feel. All right, never seek someone else's approval when it comes to you. All right, that's just goofy. All right, crossroads. A choice is asking you to define yourself. All right, divinely delayed. A pause is protecting you, not punishing you. All right, so something could have been put on pause. All right, right message at the wrong time. All right, so I feel like you got the right message when it came to someone in the past, but now it's like now is the right time to move forward with this person type energy. That's what I'm getting from it. All right, return to self. Come back to your center before choosing the story you've been telling yourself. Separate the facts from the narrative. What's going on, 44 Thoughts? All right, is anybody wanting a reading? What's going on? Is anybody wanting a reading? All right, real quick before I get off, on the spot readings, $15. If anybody wants an on the spot reading for $15, a love reading for $10, let me know. All right, you want to ask a question for $5? Let me know. All right, that's what it is before I get off. Surprise gift. You got a surprise gift coming your way. All right, if somebody wants to love on you, there's a surprise coming your way. Something could be happening sooner than you think. All right, a new beginning is here. One purpose. All right, somebody is doing something on purpose. All right, somebody is surprising you on purpose. All right, you are owed a lot of money. All right, Spirit baby is here. Somebody want to love on you, child. Somebody finna get pregnant. All right, secret getaway. Somebody finna go somewhere. Something is happening on purpose. All right, fairy tale love is significant. All right, getting ready to receive. All right, somebody getting ready to receive. Somebody getting ready to receive a baby too. Okay, somebody had a dream about pregnancy. What in the fuck? Spirit, and right up under Spirit baby, and wants to love on you. Secret getaway. All right. And fairy tale love. Somebody's doing something on purpose. All right, this person is wanting you to get ready to receive. Blah, 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 get ready to receive. Spirit wants you to get ready to receive. This person finna spoil the fuck out you. Whoever this person is. It's like this person realized something and it's not too late. This person realized something and it's not too late. All right, you're a goddess or a god that has awakened. All right, you're getting ready to take your throne. All right, somebody know that it's you. All right, I'm hearing that JoJo song. You ain't got to go nowhere. It's not what I want. Baby, it's you. All right, somebody feel like it's you. They ain't got to do shit. They ain't got to look no further. All right. Somebody's hiding a good secret from you. Somebody want to surprise you. All right. Or got the chills. And somebody doing the most when it comes to you. All right. It says doing the most when it comes to you. And it's exactly what the fuck you think it is. All right. Somebody could be, it's something that you really need. Dream date. Dream date and dream trip. And you finna get ready to celebrate. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. If you're wanting a love read, let me know. All right. If you're wanting to know what is getting ready to happen for you when it comes to love, all right, 1010. All right. If you're wanting to know what's going on around you when it comes to everything, all right, that is 1515. All right. Those are the prices before I get off. All right, if one person wants unlimited to the end of the year, unlimited to the end of the year for $50, all right? Prices are going up for the unlimited as well, so if you are interested in unlimited, please let me know. Oh, damn, this card was in here when he was supposed to. All right, creativity, ideas, intuitive hits, and dreamy energy. All right, so somebody is thinking about you a lot. Somebody think about you a lot. All right, vitality, glory, creation. Somebody felt like you was made for them. All right, renewal, second chance, fresh start. There's some sort of letter of communication that is coming in. All right, a letter or some sort of communication that is coming in. Cosmic order. All right, darkness and dreams is here. Something is coming to fruition. Somebody's manifestation is coming true. All right, make time for home life. All right, so somebody is really making some time to make something come together when it comes to you. All right, immortality, protection, opportunity, and personal power is here. All right, activity, worship, reverence, productivity, honor your spirituality. All right, honor who you are and fuck what the hell somebody else talking about when it comes to you. All right, emotions, calamity, and chaos. All right, you could be noticing a lot of people paying you attention at this time. There's some sort of documentation, contracts. You're getting ready to find out about a secret. All right, darkness, adversity, sacrifice. All right, bereavement. Somebody passing the fuck away. Chaos, disruption, catastrophic, expect disruption. Somebody definitely passing away. Somebody passing away for doing dumbass shit. All right. Protection, good luck, and magic. I heard it was you or them. All right. Protection, wisdom, royalty, and divinity. You are never going to be fucked with. All right. If you are wanting a love read, please let me know. All right. I'm gonna be on here a few more moments. All right. Authority is here. If you wanted just to donate, you can definitely donate, all right, if you do like the content that I am pushing out, all right, or if you want to book a read. Look at God. God finna get ready to do something, because this wasn't even supposed to be in here. God finna get ready to do something in your life, because this guy wasn't supposed to. Something's happening unexpected. I'm getting this one next. All right, so something's getting ready to happen unexpectedly. Craftsmanship, creativity, and visionary. It could have been something that you manifested. All right, harmony, robustness, resilience, restoration, and harmony. documents, contracts, seeds, powerful information, secrets. There's a whole bunch of shit coming out. All right. Oh, afterlife. Somebody finna get ready to go through some amazing shit. All right. Paradise. Arriving to a place of peace. All right. I'm hearing after the bullshit. Somebody getting ready to bury somebody. Somebody is overwhelmed at this time. All right, they wanted you to be overwhelmed. All right, nourishing, self-love, and healing is here. All right, if you are interested in a read, please let me know. All right, unlimited reads to the end of the year. All right, $50. All right, if you're wanting unlimited reads to the end of September, one person, $35. All right, to the end of September. All right, darkness is here. All right, first person only. All right, depression. Somebody going through depression. All right, somebody don't like the fact that you're the lights. All right, you're shining a light on somebody's bullshit, which is allowing everybody else to see them as well. And this is what is bringing this person out of fucking darkness. All right, this person is depressed and going through a gloomy time because everybody can fucking see them. All right, but improvements is happening in your life. All right, and happiness. All right, this person tried to deceive you. All right, it's not all of what it seems. Something is getting ready to be revealed. The light is here. Fertility, growth, creativity, prophecy. All right, change for the better. I'm hearing good luck charm by Jagged Edge. All right. Somebody feels like you are their good luck charm, but somebody fucked over you as well. Somebody's going through. That's gonna slide off. So leave it alone. All right, tears, sorrow, and rain is here. All right, somebody going through it, but guess who the fuck ain't going through it? Not you. You're getting ready to receive something amazing. You're getting ready to receive something amazing. All right, let's see. All right, this is somebody read, y'all. So if y'all are interested in a read, all right. If you are interested in your own read, what's going on, Cheryl? All right, if you're wanting to donate $2, $3, $5, whatever you are wanting. All right, you said things you've been feeling that. All right, something's coming together. There's a gift here. God is getting ready to give some sort of union. All right. Thank you, love. God is getting ready to give some sort of union. Oh shit. This is reconciliation. All right. And then you got gifts here. Somebody sees you as a gift and somebody want to come bring you a gift. All right. So it's definitely a proposal here. Celebrations. Definitely is a proposal here. All right, if you're interested in wanting to know what's going on in your love life, please let me know. Job, career, money, whatever. All right. Right now, the on-the-spot reads are $15 and the love readings are $10 if you are interested for the next 10 minutes. All right. So if you are wanting that price for the next 10 minutes, go ahead and send that in. All right, and then I'll go ahead and give you a read. All right, I'm talking to a mother here. I just heard sirens. Y'all heard it? It's 656. All right, 6 talks about reflection. All right, I heard release. All right, thank you, love. You are so sweet. Thank you. All right, I heard something's being released. All right, but something has to be released so that something can change, so that you can receive something. This is about reflection is what I'm hearing. All right, reflection is significant. All right, your ancestors are significant as well. Native American. All right, you got some passed on loved ones that's helping you with your love life. Spirit wants you to remain optimistic. All right, this could be a past life relationship. You've known this person before. Vows and love life again. This person finna propose to you, because why the hell this shit coming out like this? Very thick. All right, this is definitely a proposal. Oh, give me that card. That shit flew over there. All right, there's some sort of information coming towards you. All right, you could be getting signs and synchronicities from your past on loved ones. Look, it's divine time. They are asking you, are you ready? All right. The obstacle has been moved. Are you ready? Look at this shit. This is something that you manifested. You manifested some sort of greatness. All right. You're not codependent when it comes to certain things. All right. Again, manifestation. You manifested some sort of union. All right. And your angels heard your prayers and now they're bringing you in a gift. I'm talking about plenty. All right. Honeymoon is here. And this is right up under reconciliation. Ain't this one crazy? Somebody is being guided back to you. All right, it's safe to love this person, and this is why this person coming in with vows. All right, this is not unrequited love. This person had to walk away from people who show unrequited love. All right, this person didn't know what love was. All right, this person probably thought that your love was unrequited. All right, they didn't know what the fuck love was. They had to go through some shit with you, and now they know. Look, and now this person want to hold you down. I'll hold you down. I'm on my way. This person is coming towards you. Look at this shit. Compass. This person is coming towards you. This person is making an effort. And then you got marriage here. Come on. It's something that you need. This person gonna take care of it. You ain't gotta do shit. All you gotta do is walk into this blessing. Alright, if you are interested in a read, please let me know. Alright. On the spot reads are 15:15. Alright, until I get off. Alright, love readings are 10 if you're wanting one. Questions are 5:55. Alright. Day after day, I continue to be on me. That's all I can be. All right, overflow, abundance, increase. All right, you're getting ready to get an increase in a lot of shit. All right, if something is changing when it comes to your career, your job, there's a career shift here. All right, a major change in a professional direction. All right, if you guys are interested in knowing what's going on in your career life, all right, those readings are available as well. All right, delayed approval. Something is held up behind the scenes. All right, but a delay is not a denial. All right, God may want you to be learning something else while you're waiting on something. All right. Promotion pending, recognition, and elevations are near. All right, so things are just shooting up fast for you. All right, you're passing. It feels like it's like spirit let people look like they were passing you, and then all of a sudden you're being shot up to the top. All right, because of this royal inheritance, meaning you're gonna be able to do what the fuck you want to do. All right, that comes with this overflow, abundance, and increase. All right, and proposal is here. The reason why this career shift is here, but I'm feeling like you're going from single to in a relationship. All right. A lot of times job offers, when they come out in readings, job offers be relationships too. All right. Because you got to work at, you can't just get in a relationship. That is something that you have to work at, like a job. All right. For it to be better, you have to tweak certain things in order to stay afloat within the relationship. Hey, you as well, love. All right, the proposal, a offer, a serious one is on the way on the table. All right, this is changing something. All right, unexpected offer. Something suddenly is coming your way. And baby, this got everything to do with the divine timing. All right, you were never denied. All right, it was just a not yet. Success, abundance, and alignment is here. All right, you are ready to receive. All right, so what you thought this missed opportunity was, it's coming back around. All right, multiple streams. All right, more opportunities are coming towards you. All right, money and financial flow. There's a money leak here, or there could have been somebody who was draining your resources, and you stop fucking with these people. You're not fucking with people who drain your resources. All right, recognition, visibility, praise, and being noticed. All right, read the fine print. You're looking deeper into something. All right, expansion. You're getting ready to grow when it comes to whatever it is that you do. All right, pay attention to work politics. Be mindful. There's a lot of people that are competing and gossiping and have secret agendas at this time. There's a divine assignment here for you. This opportunity is tied to your purpose. All right, is there anybody else that's wanting a reading? Donations are accepted as well if you would like to donate. All right, it does not matter how small or how big. All right, it is all greatly appreciated. All right, let's see. The Empress is here. Ooh, oh my God. I mean, damn. This is about the best reading I done did. You got Empress energy right here. All right. This is the 10 of motherfucking Pentacles. And then you got the Emperor here. I don't even got to do no more. You got the fucking... Ain't no codependency because these motherfuckers both got what they need equally. All right? It's something in between these. It's like spirit blessing a union. Spirit blessing a union. What I say? Spirit preparing the table. Blessing this union. Somebody else. Something could have been on hold for a long time. Something is being blessed. It's something that you don't see, all right? Oh, the Queen of Wands is pissed off, all right? So somebody, like I said, somebody could have left somebody behind, all right? Somebody feel backstabbed or somebody got backstabbed, but Spirit is like, you thought you backstabbed that person. Justice is here. Strength. This person, something came in to strengthen this masculine, all right? And it could have been you. It could be you. All right, something's getting ready to be balanced out. Yeah, you came and gave this person what they needed. It's like you replenished this person. All right, you brought this person out of some sort of down and out phase. All right. All right, if anybody's interested in an on-the-spot read, on-the-spot reads are $15.15 right now. All right, if you're wanting a love reading, they are $10. All right, before I get off. All right, Magician here, Ace of Wands, moving forward. I mean, you got what the fuck you need, so move forward here. All right, let's see. Let's see what's coming up for you in the coming week when it comes to you and this Emperor. What's going on? Well, I know the Chariot energy. Oh my God. The Chariot energy came out and balanced. Whatever is necessary to be gained in order for this to happen is happening. It's balancing itself out. All right, look, something coming in hella fast. You got all of the fast energy coming out of the deck. All right. You got the Chariot and you got the 8 of motherfucking Wands. All right, somebody is coming towards you. Somebody coming to get you. All right, somebody could be coming towards you. Something's coming towards you. All right, thank you, love. What's going on? Somebody's coming towards you. All right, Page of Wands. Somebody could be thinking. Somebody could be planning. What I told you, somebody's definitely coming to give. All right, somebody's coming to balance something out. Somebody coming to balance something out. All right, if you are interested in reads, please let me know. All right, on the spot reads are $15.15 at this time, and love reads are $10.10. All right, somebody's coming in to balance something out. Victories here. All right, equal give and take. Somebody say, I got what you need. The Lovers. Somebody making a decision. They only fucking with you. King of Wands. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, love. I appreciate the gift. All right. Say this one more time. I ain't gonna say it no more. All right. So whoever get it, get it. All right. Unlimited reads to the end of the year. I got one slot available. All right. $50 if you want unlimited reads to the end of the year. All right, $50. If you want unlimited reads to the end of September, $35. Unlimited reads for a week, all right, $25. All right, son, there's a wish fulfillment that's getting ready to happen. All right, you completed something. You completed everything that you needed to complete in order to get to the next level. All right, something is being protected. You are heavily being protected where you are at now at this time. All right, it's something that you don't see. All right, your life path is getting ready to change. All right, you're entering into a new time in your life. You're entering into a new phase. All right, something's getting ready to become official when it comes to you. What's going on, Kay? All right, Saturn. Saturn talks about getting official. Where the hell is my book at? Oh, I'm gonna get these. All right, 6 talks about reflection, and moon is here. All right, don't think about the past. Don't dwell on it. All right, take the good. All right, take the bad and turn it into a positive, and use that. All right, and to apply that shit in the future. All right, you know how to deal with things now. 12 talks about your ancestors, you being able to see beyond the veil. All right, 11, your manifestations. You're a manifester, a master manifester. Why the fuck I couldn't get that shit out? All right, release is here. I heard release. I heard release so you can receive. I heard release so you can receive. Alright, let's see. No. It's the 10th. April 10th. Forgiveness, alright? Forgiveness. What's going on, Pep? Thank you for the likes. All right. Signs and synchronicities. All right. You're noticing signs and synchronicities. All right. So you're noticing when you think about something, you start to see shit. Or the things that you thought about, you're starting to see it. All right. Things are just lining up. Somebody's avoiding bullshit at this time. 44 on the motherfucking timer. Okay. Seeking healing. Somebody is healing. Somebody is not being wrapped up in drama or wants to be nowhere near it. But somebody is focusing on healing. All right. This is releasing blocks. All right. The law of attraction. This person is releasing so that they can call in the things that they want. Higher power is here. All right. Ooh, somebody is focusing on a higher power. All right, baby. I heard you brought somebody to God. And see, this is the real reason why God is gonna bless you crazy, because you brought somebody to spirit. All right, you ain't never been in the business of trying to convince nobody's shit. All right, you just walk in the motherfucking light, and somebody is seeing the light through you. All right, this person is avoiding drama and seeking healing. All right, meant to be. This is meant to be. All right, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do nothing, because this is meant to be. All right, all you gotta do is continue to have boundaries. This shit is coming in. You ain't gotta do nothing. All right, process your feelings. Understand what the hell is going on, because God is getting ready to bless you because of your truth. All right, because you are who the fuck you say you are. All right, you are meant to be here. You are meant to shine. Transformation. Are you ready? All right, because a lot of things are changing in your life. All right, protection. Know that you are highly protected at this time. All right, Spirit asks you to cleanse your aura or cleanse your space. All right, damn, I can't even talk. Self-regulation. All right. I'm hearing monitoring what you're doing. All right. Pretty much checking yourself. Clear your energy. All right. Anything doesn't belong, get it the fuck out. You got blessings coming in. Make room. All right. Knowledge is here. Accept help. All right. So you can have some people that's coming in wanting to help you at this time. All right, forgiveness is here and enchantment. All right, and that is the read. All right, is anybody wanting a read before I get off? All right, all these people on here and y'all ain't typing, y'all ain't tapping a motherfucking thing. You are just sitting here. All right, that shows the appreciation that you hold. All right, does anybody else wants a read? All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the live over here on YouTube. All right, you guys have a great one. All right, if you want a read, the information will be in the comments. All right, so you can it's still to be pinned to the top. All right, you can still get a read even when I'm not online. Just email me. All right.